Welcome to Week 11 of the King of Football. I am the King of Football. I know all. I tell all. I'm always watching, and I'm always gambling on football. And each week I'm going to bring you 5 games that you absolutely have to bet on to increase your bankroll. So when you're in the club, you can flaunt and you can taunt with that paper in your pocket. Let's bring in my counterpart, Coach Harvey Ward Van Allen. Last week, the coach went 3-2. His season record is 23-24. The King went 2-3. My season record is 24-23. The coach is right on my ass, ready to catch me, but he's not going to, and I'll tell you why. Because every year, Week 11 is when the King fucking gets hot. Game 1, the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. Andrew Luck is slinging it all over the field. Their defense is playing a lot better. They have a new running game with Marlon Mack. Tennessee is fucking hot. That team is really good, and their defense is playing awesome. They just beat Dallas and New England back-to-back. But the Colts are at home. Put your money on Andrew Luck, -2.5 at home, Coach.
Put your money on the Titans because they are absolutely on fire. Coming off a huge win last weekend. Right now, they are allowing the fewest points of any defense in the league, and they are putting up more points per week than Indy. So why in the hell would I not put my money on the Titans? Put your money on Tennessee and take your money home.
Coach has the Marcus Mariota-led Tennessee Titans +2.5 on the road. The King has the Indianapolis Colts -2.5 at home. Game 2, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New York Giants. The Giants finally showed up and beat the Niners last week on Monday night. Saquon looked great. Beckham looked good. Eli was only sacked 1 time. Tampa Bay is putting up a lot of points with Ryan Fitzpatrick and a good receiving core. They don't have much of a running game, and they have 0 defense. Put your money on the Giants because they have more talent to win this game at home. Take the Giants -1.5. Coach?
Put your money on Tampa Bay. They are putting up a lot of points. I think New York looked pretty decent last week, but that will falter. And I'm going to tell you, the big changer in this game is Tampa Bay's defense. Jason Pierre-Paul has come out and he is pissed. He is going to do whatever he can to lay it to the Giants offense. Put your money on Tampa Bay and take your money home.
Coach has the Bucks +1.5 on the road in New York at MetLife, and the King has the New York Giants -1.5 at home. Game 3, the Denver Broncos at the Los Angeles Chargers. Denver sucks. They really suck. But they're staying in games. They're covering spreads. They're not favored any of these weeks, but they're staying in all of these games. The Chargers have so many more weapons than the Broncos do, but it's a division rival. I think that the Chargers win this game by 6, but that's not 7. Put your money on the Broncos +7 in LA. Coach?
Put your money on the highly angered and aggressive Phillip Rivers, who is not getting the credit he deserves. He is having a career season, but he's being overshadowed. Look for him to come out, put a ton of points on the board, beat Denver's ass. Put your money on the Chargers -7 and take your money home.
Coach has the better team, the Los Angeles Chargers -7 at home. The King has the Denver Broncos, division rival, +7 on the road. Game 4, the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. The Bears have resurged. They're in first place in the NFC North, but that is not going to last with Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers in the division. Chicago will eventually fade, and it'll start this Sunday. Put your money on Minnesota with Dalvin Cook, who has returned, and the great defense that the Vikings do have is finally playing much better now. Put your money on Minnesota +2.5 in Chicago. Coach?
Put your money on Chicago. Chicago's defense is going to eat Kirk Cousins up. He doesn't even know what he's up against. And believe it or not, Mr. Trubisky is having a really good season, and that offense is really starting to link it up, come around. They've been putting a pretty good bit of points on the board, looking for Chicago at home to destroy the Vikings this weekend.
Absolutely not. Coach has the Bears at home, -2.5. Minnesota is on the road, +2.5. Game 5, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Los Angeles Rams. Both teams are 9-1. The Chiefs are lighting up the scoreboard. So are the Rams. The Rams' defense, which everyone thought was going to be so great this year, has started to fade, though. The Chiefs should put up a lot of points, and so should the Rams. I think the Rams win this game at home by 4 points. Put your money on the Rams in a tight one, in a very high-scoring game, -3.5. Coach?
Put your money on the Chiefs. Both these teams are playing an extremely high level of football, which is wear and tear. The difference here is the LA Rams lost 2 weeks ago and then we're really tested at home against the god-awful Seattle Seahawks. I think their confidence is waning. I think the abuse on them playing at that high level is coming to a head. Take the 3.5 points, take the Chiefs, and take your money home.
Coach has the Kansas City Chiefs plus 3.5 in LA. The King has the Rams minus 3.5 at home. And now it's time for our lead pipe lock of the week. The King is heading over to Landover, Maryland to take the under in the Houston Redskins game. Redskins D line's been playing very well and their offense sucks. They can't score. Final score, 19-17. I don't know who wins the game. It doesn't matter because I only have the under. Coach?
My lead pipe lock of the week is the over 48.5 Dallas, Atlanta. I know Dallas's defense has looked pretty good a few weeks ago, but as of late, they have faltered. Atlanta's defense is just fucking awful. So look for the Cowboys to put some points on the board and look for Atlanta to put a ton of points up. Put your money 48.5 over, Atlanta, Dallas, take your money home.
I absolutely agree with the coach's lock. Put a lot of money on that over in that Dallas-Atlanta game. And let's not forget our special edition Homestead Miami NASCAR race of the week. The King is taking Kevin Harvick. And I know nothing about NASCAR, but he's going to win. Coach, what are your thoughts?
I'm putting my money on Kyle Busch. He is the man. He's coming hot off a victory last week in Phoenix. He had a win 2 years ago in Miami to win the championship. I put my money on Kyle, and I am taking my money from Homestead Miami home.
Coach has Kyle Busch and half a can of Skull Long Cut. That concludes another edition of Week 11 of the King of Football. I am the King of Football. I know all. I tell all. I'm always watching, and I'm always gambling on football. Coach! Out.